The Rap Roundtable.
Yes, sir. The Rap Roundtable is back on deck with an emergency podcast. We already dropped episode 98. If you haven't already tapped in, make sure you tap in with that. We talked about a few things. Of course, that Apple Music list that was a little janky, but we had to cover it. You got Good Kid, Mad City, Above Illmatic, and Blueprint is crazy. So make sure you run up episode 98. But in the meantime, as you pulling in right now, hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Run those likes up. Run the subscriptions up. We are approaching 17.1K. Make sure you get there with us. Make sure you help us continue to elevate this brand, one of the strongest hip-hop brands in the world. We had a gentleman in the chat who was upset about us talking our shit at the top of the podcast. You can always know when someone is new here because they get offended by certain things that we do because they don't speak New Yorkese, and specifically, they don't speak Roundtable-ese. We have a certain lingo here at the Rap Roundtable. There's a lot of inside jokes. There's a lot of different conversations happening that you got to be plugged into to understand what we're saying so that you don't personalize or miss the point of what we're saying. Sometimes we be taking shots at people and only the initiated know that what we're saying. When I say like the Midwest Giggle Boys, only a handful of people know what that means. When we say we're the most influential, we're not saying we're bigger than all the pods in the world. We're saying that to a certain audience who's looking at us and they know who they are. We are the most influential. We are the most inspirational. So that doesn't mean that we think that we came before some other pods and this and that. We're just talking to a few of our contemporaries because we love the slapbox. And speaking of slapboxing, we got our homie BTG, our West Coast affiliate, in the house, in the starting lineup for this episode, and the long-awaited return of the homie Macito off of injured reserve. And if you're not familiar right now, it's your boy Joff here. No Sincere the Rap Snob, no Diddy the Balance. They got some life things to handle as well. The Rap Roundtable, we all over the place right now, but Voltron will be back in full effect very soon. But yeah, enough of that. More news comes out that Drake's pen is in question. Word to Funk Flex. There's more reference tracks. I don't know how real they are. I don't know how fake they are. I just don't know the history. But these reference tracks have people raising red flags everywhere. And Macito, the OVO capo himself, we haven't seen him since the battle ended. What do you have to say about these new Drake allegations, my brother?
Y'all, BTG, I'm disappointed, bro. I can't even lie to you. You know what I mean? It's been a tough 2024 for the OVO camp, for Drake fans, for Drake as an artist. It's been tough, bro. We can't lie. And it's like, I wanted to come up here and give the OVO stand, handbook and say, hey, as long as it ain't Filey and in Toronto, as long as it ain't the lyrical joints, it's not 0 to 100. But if Drake fans, if we're being real here, I'm a little disappointed. Mob Ties is a fan favorite. The Academics clip is going viral about how he basically said, I would be heartbroken if I find out something like Mob Ties or Back to Back wasn't written by Drake. And I know, guys, I get it. It's the hook. You know what I mean? The from what I heard, it seems to be the hook. Drake has his own bars in there. Even the lines that Vori was saying are switched up a little bit. So we're gonna be accurate here. I get it, guys. You know what I mean? Drake didn't take bar for bar, but how you gonna act like you're not disappointed, bro? How you not gonna act like you're not disappointed? Like, this the thing, right? I get it. I'm not, my flag is forever. I'm not gonna stop listening to Drake. He's still probably, you know what I mean, top 3 favorite artists for me of all time. You know what I mean? He's still gonna be number 1 on the Apple Replay next year. I'm still quoting Family Matters to this day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Shout out to my nigga Dave. You feel me? But Jaws, like, it's not all about the hit making. It's not all about the pop hits. It's not all about the relevancy. You know what I mean? I came to Job in late 2008, early 2009 with Drake. You know what I mean? Drake and Wayne, Ransom. You know, I didn't come to Job and bring Drake to Job because I thought this guy's going to be a hit maker. This guy's going to be a pop star. I thought he was a dope rapper. You know what I'm saying? He was a rapper I liked. He spit bars that I enjoyed. So it's like, if you're going to pretend like hearing that he didn't actually write with these bars, that, like, you know what I mean? What can we say? What defense do we have here? Drake fans, it's like, of course, in the middle of all this, you want to defend your guy. You know what I mean? This is right in the middle of everything. It's like 30 people are stomping him out. But if you're gonna act like these continuous fucking leaks dropping, it's been Jumbotron shit. It's been the joint that the party reference just dropped. The fucking Mob Ties reference just dropped.
A little Yachty
how
reference.
He defended, right? Like Drake fans. I know we love the guy. I know he's our guy, but it's like it's getting hard defending this, bro. You ain't right. Mob Ties, Drake. Mob Ties, bro. Like so.
All I'm gonna say, Mace, be careful. You are the OVO captain. You don't want to get your access to the embassy revoked here.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and you feel that pressure, right? I feel the pressure of all the Drake fans. They be in the DMs. They be in my replies. They
Your
like,
Twitter's never been more lit than now.
You know what I'm saying? They be like, defend our guy. Do this, do that. And it's like, yeah, I'm a fan. But to act like you not disappointed in this, you gotta be real. It's like, what's the next shit that's gonna drop, bro? It's like, you know what I mean? Is a back-to-back reference gonna drop? Is a starting from the bottom reference gonna drop? You know? Yes, Vori was credited. Yes, it was just a hook, but it's like, where everybody else reference tracks at? You know what I'm saying? It's just one guy. You know what I mean? And it's like, as a real fan, as a diehard fan, bro, I'm disappointed. You know what I mean? I can't lie.
I see. There's a lot of you said disappointed at least 10 times in that rant right there. BTG out west, you know, ever since Kendrick Lamar, you know, made his triumphant return to the battle, because he disappeared for a bit and we were questioning whether he'd come back outside. And since he came outside, like Drake can't stop the rain. Now we got more reference leaks. We had the Ava leak with the person with the person who's disabled and things of that nature a couple weeks ago. The dry cleaning bill, the Ozempic, etc. Now it's more reference tracks leaks. What's going on, Billy? Is Kendrick Lamar the puppet master of this whole thing, or is it time for us to start wondering if it's over for Drake as the top of the food chain in rap?
Nah, he just running out of those games now. K-Dot told him to grow up. Can't keep playing the same games, bro. And I hope you're really my friend. If not, we already know the results. All right, it's saying right here. Keep hip hop on K-Dot's level. Y'all mad at K-Dot? He disappeared for a little bit. Where is he at? Don't worry about it, because your guy got reference track to sit back on. You know what I'm saying? So as long as y'all got those reference tracks, man, what's the problem? Y'all know who y'all guy is. And y'all did that to him. Y'all put him on that level. Now what? Don't tear him down now. Y'all still dancing, waving y'all hands. Won't be no threat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let him do this. So y'all gotta live with this. Y'all are breaking down his character now. K-Dot did his job. He hate one person in the industry, and it's your guy.
So for the sake of clarity, did you ever hold Drake in high regard when it comes to rap? Like, or is what's happening right now with these reference tracks part of me validating what you kind of already suspected about him as an artist?
I think the message that K-Dot has been trying to teach y'all is that we respect hip hop. We respect hip hop.
Okay.
And y'all allowed this guy to come in here and do whatever he wanted to do to the craft that y'all created in y'all own backyard. And at the same time, made it look like y'all didn't like us.
Why you keep putting this on New York? He was with some dudes in New Orleans, bro. This ain't us.
No.
It's not us.
Because his fan base is split between three places.
It's a lot of Drake fans in your town, gang.
I get it, but there's not a lot, and they not like us.
It's a lot of them.
You got Toronto, you got Houston, you got Miami, you got New York. That's his home bases.
And Los Angeles. He has a crib in LA.
He do. You know, I mean, like, hey, look, everybody lives out here.
Don't put that. Nah, if Drake is ours, he's yours too. Let's be clear.
Nah, we took Pac from y'all. Y'all can keep Drake.
This is part of the agreement. For you to have Pac, you have to take a piece of Drake. We have to get Kendrick, because we get a little bit of the Kendrick love out east as well. There's a trade-off here, and we still trying to figure out what we doing with Big Sean and Cole. But there was an agreement with Drake, Kenny, and Pac. That was the trade. Remember, there was like a player to be named later. Those are the players to be named later.
Oh man!
Come on now.
So now y'all don't want him.
Come on
now y'all don't want him. What happened now? What changed?
You know what? I love how this conversation is going on. I got in trouble without listeners for the whole cloth conversation, and I tried to give Drake a few threads of the cloth And I got in trouble because the same people in New York and some of them out west and some of them in the south all said that he don't deserve any bit of that cloth. So the people who you saying don't love him, they never loved him out here. The cloth, the heads never loved Drake. First of all, again, Mace was telling you the story about how he introduced me to Drake, and I scoffed at Drake immediately. I was like, the nigga from this nigga, the fuck out of here. I've been saying the fuck out of here about Drake for a very long time. Now, does that mean are they not Drake songs that I like? Of course. Who doesn't like good music? But do I hold Drake in regards? When we matter of fact, let's go behind the curtain even more. We changed our rap roundtable format with the list. We used to do the top 10 rappers, and we do like hottest rappers, mainstream, and we'll sprinkle in like lyricism and content. But like at the end of the day, it was about impacting your mainstream appeal, and we would give Drake that love. And then we was like, now let's not do that anymore because we care more about the bars than we do about the mainstream shit. So we changed the format to top 10 lyricists exclusively, where there is no Drake. Drake is not even in that conversation, and it's for reasons like this. So you have the reference tracks, Mob Ties. We already knew. I feel we knew about 10 bands a long time ago, but the Mob Ties joint, we have the joint with Party Next Door. Then you telling me that you're using Lil Yachty for a reference, the worst rapper alive, responsible for Drake's worst critical album. You're using a reference track by default. You know what, Mace? I'm sorry. It needs to be said, and I've been the straight guy with this whole situation for about 2 months. Drake is excommunicado, bro. He's no longer sanctioned in any rap conversations. I don't like Drake will never be brought up. He that Styles P said it years ago. Puffy, Kanye, those guys who are entertainers and they use rap as a vehicle. He's there now. Shit, he's up the block from Flo Rida, in my opinion, at this point. Because if you're using Lil Yachty, the worst rapper alive, for any kind of a reference track, that is a problem. And then it's the thing, and I want to be clear about this. I've made music. I've been part of references. There was a song when I worked with Chills. It was called Brooklyn. No, I'm lying. It was called Styling. And my god brother Kareem, he did the chorus, but the chorus was done via a reference from another artist. I think his name was Steven. Stevens did the reference. Kareem performed the chorus. So I understand how that goes. But it's like, I feel like things get a little bit murky with rap. I'm only disqualifying Drake because he felt the need to make a rap song and he used Lil Yachty as a reference. You're too good for that. But do we need to understand the difference between ghostwriting and reference tracks? Or when it comes to rap, are you just disqualified by default if you go beyond the chorus? I just need to get the clarity here, y'all. Bailey, you shaking your head. Let me know.
You know the difference between a reference track and a ghostwriter.
Well, May said that the tracks, it was a hook. It wasn't like it was the whole verse. It was just a hook. Are we mad at that?
I mean,
nah. But the thing is, when we talk about Mob Ties, right? My fault, Bella. The thing when we talk about Mob Ties, when we talk about Jumbotron shit popping, there was the Calling for You joint that Cash Cobain had the reference for. He's attempting to find new cadences and new flows. And
that's biting,
young, right?
Yeah, and that's biting.
Right, that's biting, and that's also something that when we the OVO team, the camp, when we talk about how Drake is one of those guys, we talk about how he can stay on the cutting edge, how he can come out with new shit, how he can adopt the new styles. You can't give him credit for adopting the new styles if the new styles are the pen behind it. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't think that Vori didn't write the bars. You know what I'm saying? But he got the whole cadence. Like the way Drake was spitting, the way he was spitting it on there. You know what I'm saying? The voice he was using, the flow he was using. So it's like, me as a Drake fan, this whole shit dropping, and it's like, you remember Ross said that he wrote Sicko Mode. I had to go to the Sicko Mode credits. There wasn't any Rick Ross on there, so I'm gonna assume he was tapping. But it's like, we've gotten to this point, right? The past few days, I've gone to random Drake songs that I like, and I look at the view credits, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, who's that guy? You know what I'm saying? Who's that guy? You know what I mean? And it's like, so yeah, it's like, you're right, y'all. something like this is just a hook. It's just we would be able to write this off, but when there's such continuous proof, it's like, damn, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? It's
and
like,
I only ask
but
that.
Look where we at though. Look where we at with hip hop when we gotta say, but it's just this or it's just that. Bro, that 73-9 record don't matter if we heard that the reps helped you. We don't care about the record now. You know, so that 10-year stretch y'all been talking about, 10 years he been holding us down. Yeah, him and his team. Golden State.
Yeah.
They've been holding us down.
And I asked the question about the hooks because there's always gonna be that one jabroni that says Kanye wrote for Jay-Z because he did the Lucifer hook. And again, it's like, are we gonna be fans or are we gonna be people who understand the process? That's why I wanted to get that clarity, because sometimes, again, because I know producers, there are producers who build entire beats with a whole song concept and then they give it to the artist. And a lot of times the hook is already a part of it. And then the rapper decides, well, not the rapper not decides, but he puts the verses around a ready-made track. That doesn't mean that he had help writing it. That means that the art of making music, the process, this producer said, I'm making this beat. I wanted to do some Lover Man vibes of Fabulous, like let's say Ryan Leslie and Fabulous or some shit like that. Loso wrote the verse, but Ryan Leslie came up with the concept. That doesn't make Fabulous any lesser of a rapper because he still had to write the bars. But if you got a guy like these people, like Drake, and the people who are serving up basically ready-made songs for him to perform, and he's not, it feels like Drake the singer when he's on his crooning vibes. All right, he's singing, but these guys are giving you ready-made rap songs where you're probably changing up a few words here or there to fit your aesthetic. Bro, like, what does that say about you as an artist? We love when artists find new cadences, new pockets. I remember when we had Rome Streets on the pod, and Rome was talking about the nuances of writing rhymes and coming. There's four beats on every beat. You could decide if you want to come in on the first beat, the second beat, the third beat, for the fourth beat. Little shit like that. Like we can't even value that from Drake if you're not writing it. That means that Baylor wrote the bars. He came in on the second beat. So how can we give you credit for the artistic and the Shogun aspect of it? Again, going back to Styles P. If you're not truly a shogun with your sword, and you're just someone who's just cosplaying some shit, how can we take you seriously as an artist? Like, I'm having a difficult time going forward looking at him as a rapper of rapping quality. He's an entertainer. As an entertainer, I take 0 points away from Drake. But if we're talking about rap, we can't in good faith have that conversation anymore. Because he signed a $400 million deal. He's basically a one-man factory for Apple Music. He has to put this music out, which means at a $400 million deal, you might need some help to put this music out. But can we call you one of the best? No, I don't think so.
It's the thing is, Job, it's like, as a person who argues that he's one of the best, it's like, what can I say to what you and Bella are saying right now? Like, you know what I'm saying? I get it. Shouts to Moore, shouts to Act. We all been screaming here for a month about how Drake is the guy, but it's like, in good faith, because that's why I say I'm not gonna stop listening to Drake. I was listening to Drake before we got on stream. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, I'm still gonna listen to the music, but for this is the rap roundtable. We speak rap. You know what I'm saying? We from New York. They're from the West. The West been putting in work since Ice-T and WA, you know what I mean? This shit means shit to us. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Are you Dr. Dre? You know what I'm saying? No, without the beats,
what's your expectations for him though?
Just like I said, Bella, when Drake came out, I thought Drake was a great rapper, a nigga who could mix the R&B and the melodies along with really good bars. This was a nigga who was rapping next to fucking Fonte and fucking Mickey Fax when he came out. Bella, I'm not.
But what is it though?
Melodies.
I'm asking what is it, because if you ask me, I don't even have to put my bias in, bro. I can take all my West Coast cats out of the top 10 right now. It's still solidified with all East Coast niggas that has proven that they pen is right, and that and whatever song that they had wasn't much of a reference.
Mace, log out and log back in.
Back in? Say that.
Yeah.
I don't know how we can look at I don't know how we can look at artists, how we bypass artists like Jadakiss or Reggie Noble and say, well, but Drake made bangers. I don't understand that in hip hop terms.
Well, be clear, and that's when it comes back down to that conversation Sin and I were having about the cloth, because I don't think Drake has ever been unanimously in that conversation as one of the best, at least amongst us. Like, we could talk. Younger people might say it because they don't know any better. Like, if you're like 25, 26, 27, you didn't grow up on shit. So how would you know? You know what I mean? But the people in our age demographic, that's why it's always a demographical game you got to think about. We saw it already. We know what it looks like. We know what it smells like. We know what it's supposed to be. So we always put Drake to the side. Drake has always been put to the side, bro. There's never been a point where you could say he was universal. He was never like 98 Jay-Z to us, where he was that fine line between street nigga and nice nigga.
98. He can't be 98.
But that's my point. But what I'm saying is, I'm talking about what he meant to the culture in 98, whereas he was a street nigga who had commercial appeal, and he was able to hopscotch both sides of it. So he had the streets, he had the acclaim, and he had the mainstream appeal.
But you also had to earn the respect of everybody, though.
Right.
You could talk to me, and it may seem that I'm not much of a Jay-Z fan, but I'm a fan.
Right.
You get to earn my respect being on the other side of the country.
And that's the point. Drake never earned that respect. Mace can tell you firsthand, like there's no universal Drake acclaim from the culture, the cloth. That's what I'm gonna start calling everybody now. There's no universal acclaim from the cloth when it comes to Drake at all. In fact, there's more people. Why do you think the response to what happened with Kendrick is what it is? There's a lot of people who never said never thought he was like that. So
why did it take that long to get exposed, though?
Because you need the right voice to expose it.
Apparently, my guy don't come outside enough. How is his voice so powerful? And
who's the second biggest rapper in the world, Bella? Right now.
You said numbers.
Can he don't do numbers?
No. If you calling my guy number 2, then you calling him a number. I don't believe he number 2.
I'm talking about as far as fame goes. You have to have. Hold on.
So is that what hip hop is built off of? It's just fame?
Right? See, you're not letting me talk. You're doing that thing where you got to remember people are watching us. So if you respond that way, they thinking I'm saying something else. What I'm saying is, when you don't have a certain level of reach, your impact isn't felt the same. Pusha T got Drake out of here 6-7 years ago, but he does not have the reach Kendrick Lamar has as a person who of fame and notoriety. That's why it hits as much as it does, more so, because you have the cloth like us, and the young people, the whites, the blacks, the Hispanics. He covered everything. This is Drake's worst nightmare. Because sometimes in some cases, you are a tree that falls in the forest that nobody hears. But that's not Kendrick. Again, Kendrick Lamar dropped first week. His album dropped. It's going to be like 250K first week. Pusha T did all that promo for It's Almost Dry, and he only did about 44K first week. There's levels to this shit. That's all I'm saying. You have to have the right amount of impact in order for your shit to sting. Again, I got notifications on my phone from USA Today and the Associated Press about a rap beef, Baylor. Why do you think that is? Kenny's famous.
And
go ahead, Baze.
We can't understate the Future aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? It was Kenny, of course, but that first Future is the cool street nigga. You know what I'm saying? Future was Jay-Z standing next to Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that, along with the premier, like, real hip hop nigga in the game. It's like it was the double shot. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to acknowledge, we get it. We're hip hop niggas, we're rap niggas, but the more outside aspect of it, when they seen Future turn on Drake, that's another part that was like, this nigga might be fooled. Because when this shit happened last time, when the ghostwriting shit happened, when he was like in question, Future that's exactly when Future decided to stand right next to him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a combination. So Kenny is the art behind it, but you know, like you can't understate the coolness factor of a Future.
You could argue that Future helped pull Drake out of that, even though he did beat Meek. But Future helped pull him away from that mess.
Right.
Shit, Future was dissing Meek on Big Rings, if memory serves me right. What you gotta say, Bill? I mean, Kenny was the right hand that we all needed.
My disconnect is, I agree with y'all, but my disconnect is when we start talking about Drake, that's when it's brought up that it's the other people that he draws in. Mm-hmm. Me, I don't care. I never cared about the other people. Because you see when K-Dot does pop out, those other people take time to listen to what we really fuck with.
Right.
So that's why I never agreed with it, because I'm like, dog, the outside audience, they just waiting to get in. They wasn't there back in the day. Or they wasn't listening.
Well, that's why Kenny Impact was so universal before the battle, because he was checking the boxes that Drake never could. You know what I'm saying? Kenny is exactly what Drake wants to be. He wants to be the popular rapper who can veer in the cloth lane, veer in the radio lane, and veer with the ladies. But he never got the cloth because they whatever it is about him, well, all right, let's call it what it is. You know, I'm not.
He's Iron Man. That's what it is, bro. Not without the suit.
As a person from New York, I don't know about Cali. I can't speak for what I don't know. But in New York, 2007, Aubrey would not be accepted anywhere as far as a rapper goes. I've gone to because I lived it. I've gone to the showcases. I've been around the street niggas that rhyme. I've been around the drug dealer niggas that rhyme. That guy with that 5 o'clock shadow and the bad dog Caesar rapping about what he's rapping about. Nah, get him the fuck out of here. Period. When Jim Joe said what we was thinking a few years ago in that interview, and he was like, I had a chance to sign Drake, but I couldn't see it. And that was a very polite way of saying that dork from Degrassi, we can't stand next to him. You look at where rap was in 07, you look at what New York rap was in 07, 08. A guy like Drake, he's too corny. And it is what it is. Like, I'm not attacking him. What I'm saying is there's certain things we like in our rappers. And he never had it. So he took a different route.
But he got the money for y'all.
For us?
That's got it. Well, when I say the business side.
Mm-hmm. That's
because
not
it wasn't the culture.
That was the women. You know how much women love Drake? You can't discount that, brother.
The women is here.
It's the women. It ain't us. It's the women.
So y'all was influenced by the women that like the music?
Nah, not at all. Like,
what are you saying?
That's
there's only one Drake fan here. Why do you keep saying y'all?
Okay, y'all excluding Jar.
Yeah,
you keep saying New York. Like, you got an agenda.
No. I'm not saying New York.
Y'all.
No.
You're trying to pull me down into this mess. I'm starting to get a little offended. Like, what you saying?
No. This is not about just a New York thing. I'm saying his fan base in general.
Okay.
Because we seen how fast the fan base it flip flop. So I'm saying, what was it in the beginning that y'all wanted him to have? What was it there?
Mace, help me.
I think it's the business. I think it's the business versus the culture on this one. Oh, he's too corny for us to accept him, but he's making a lot of bread. So which one is it? Because when he go on that 10-year run, he's the GOAT. But where is that coming from?
What was the first single that popped Drake off?
You asking the wrong one.
There you go. It was You the Best. Talking to the ladies. It wasn't us. It was the women.
I understand that. I understand.
Then what you asking me?
The ladies rolled out the red carpet. I said, at what point did Mace say, you know what?
Mace
I know
I was on board from the beginning, though. This is what I'm saying. Like, there was never a time where I heard him and didn't feel like that's the thing. Like, you got to remember, this is we talking about 07. This is when Kanye officially got 50 up out of there. This is Kid Cudi coming on the scene. This is Wale coming on the scene. The whole shit was changing.
This Drake was peak nerd rap.
Right, and this Drake was, to us, the person who could rap the best and make the best music. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember, he came in with prime Young Money, prime Lil Wayne. This was the protege. You know what I'm saying? This was the next one. And he delivered. Let's be honest, Bailey, he delivered. That's the thing. And that's why we want to come full circle here, because what he delivered on was that every year Drake had a bop, multiple features, club hits, introspective joints. It wasn't just, we wasn't just waving our hands and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, he had all bases covered. So when we come back to this ghostwriting thing. Can we even call it ghostwriting? Because all these people are credited, right? I know people are going to be very particular in the comments about it's not ghostwriting. They in the credits.
His assistants.
I get it. But writers in general, you know what I'm saying? It's like if I think about how, you know, in 2012 he just decided to go on a feature run and it was Pop That and it was No Lie and it was all type of shit. I'm like, damn, did he write all that? You know what I'm saying? Like
it dilutes his whole run.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And it's like I seen somebody on Twitter say, you know, I knew Drake fans was cooked because when Family Matters came out, they kept all screenshotting that he was the only writer. And I had to be like, yeah, that's the fact. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. So it's like, that's the thing. To tell you, Baylor, we believed in Santa Claus. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you ask him why, because it sounds like you try to get to the bottom of his holes. You know what I'm saying? We fucked with the nigga. We ain't think, you know what I'm saying? This ghostwriting shit. He's the, you know, as bad as it sounds, the forefather of this shit. We didn't see this shit before.
So what does this do now?
This shit was gonna happen.
What does this do now?
Just like I said,
I'm assuming we get multiple projects in the future. He got some work to do.
He got a lot of work to do, and I don't know how. You know, I didn't know how he was gonna fix it in 2015. So I didn't know how he was gonna get past the Pusha shit in 2018. So if it's somebody we can depend on, the OVO team know we can depend.
You see how the lights just went out? That was the sign to tell you that it's over. I think this is the one he can't come back from.
Well, listen, and that's the thing, Job. Like, how can I argue with you at this point? You know what I mean?
Do we respect it if he goes back at Kenny?
I gotta just shut up and listen to my songs and wave my hand and all my bops and all that. You know what I mean? So I gotta take the L along with the rest of the OVO team. You know what I mean? What is he gonna come out with a song admitting these are the songs I got ghost written, these are the songs I didn't get ghost written? You know what I mean? I don't know how we supposed to fix this. You feel me?
I guess we gotta wait for the hard part 7 then, huh?
Hey, but on that note, I think we can wrap it up here. Quick emergency pod. I look forward to hearing what Sincere the Rap Sniper, Dini the Balance have to say. Mesito, you've had Dini fighting for his life, fighting the OVO fight on his own. We know you got a few things going on the personal side, so to even have you come on for this is very crucial to the brand. BTG out west bringing that energy like only he could. The only person who can ever really annoy me on air is Baylor, just so y'all know. The round table don't piss me off how Baylor pisses me off.
And tell Dini I said what's up.
Hey man, hit that like button, run those comments up, run the subs up, keep helping us continue to build a brand. And if you haven't already, go to episode 98. It's coming on right after this video. Press play, run that up for us as well. Until next time, it's your boy Job, Mesito, BTG, Bailorism out west. We'll see you again soon. Peace.
Hey, shout out to Nas. It was written, and we know.